Right, good day all. We are creating our Google form gradual by gradual. We're creating our Google form gradual by gradual, so we are almost here. Let's continue. Remember, you click here to add the next. Click here to add the next. Let's type in, how did you hear about this platform? Something like that. About us. Now this is where I will select multiple choices. I don't want to add much in this, just for learning's sake, so you will understand. I usually tell my students the best way to learn is to do it yourself. That is, create it yourself, whether it is difficult or not. Try your best to create it yourself. Try your best to do it yourself. It is in practicing that you keep learning every day. It is in practicing that you continue to advance. It is in practicing that you continue to enhance yourself. I believe you understand what I meant. So here now I'll be choosing multiple choices. How did you hear about us? Right, we'll be selecting this multiple choices. That is this one here now, multiple choices. That's the one we'll be selecting. Right, now click at it. The first one, you can type online, add option, offline, add option, through WhatsApp status. Depending on what you want to add. WhatsApp status. You can add Google Ads. You can add option again. Remember, where I click to add option is just here. Click there to add option. Now, option 5. Let's say we have added Google Ads through direct message. Depending on what you want to add. Message. Friends. Now you can keep on adding till you get to the maximum of what you want. Then you can click this order. Then they can now either, maybe if they cannot choose anyone from here, they can just click at order. Now this order means that if you click at this required here, if there is no order, means that they heard about your platform through this. All they will do is also click at this order here. Understand? That's why I added it. Understand? Now click at required. Sorry, like this now that just happened now. I mistakenly tapped the back button. So all you have to do is to go back to your Google Drive. Go to your Drive. Click at Drive. Check the email to which you are doing that from. Check the email. Like this is the one I created. Earlier. Alright, this is the one I created earlier before this. This is the one we are creating now. Alright. Now, if you can't find it here, all you have to do is to click at this sign of email here. To select the email. Maybe you have multiple emails. Just click at the email. Just keep checking your emails. You might find one there. So this thing can happen to you anywhere, and you will say, oh, your work has disappeared or something like that. Just come to your Drive, you will get it there. Now click your Drive and continue your work. Let's continue. Now this is the order. I've added order. So maybe they cannot select anyone from here. They can just click order. Alright. Now I believe I have shown you all I need to show you for typing and arranging your questions and tests, giving answers. Now we'll move over to background at the top here. Let's go over there. Now is where you select your background color. Any color that you want, you just pick it from here. You can see the color is already at purple. The color is already here. Now you can change it. All I'll be doing here is to select an already picture template, or I select a picture from my gallery that I have already created for this platform. But for it not to delay, I'll just select template. And sometimes this Google form does not require large files. does not require large files. So all I do here is click at this image. Click what? At this image. Choose image. But before that, let me show you. This now is the font for your header. That is the font for your title. While here is the font for your questions. Here is the font for your test. That is the answer that you imputed. Now you can click at this drop down arrow to select the font that you want, and you can click here at this drop down arrow to select the size of the question, the size of the font. I believe you are seeing what I'm doing. Now you can click here to change the font. There are a lot of fonts here. We have Times New Roman. This one here. We have Arial or area, anyone you can call it. All right, there are a lot of them here. Now I have shown you that, and you can as well select the color from here. Select the color from here. This should be the color of your text, while this down side should be the color of your background. I believe you are seeing what I'm showing you. So the color of your background is coming up like this, with this color here now. It's coming up with this color. You can change the color of your background. But there's one thing you should know from here. There's one thing you should know from here. And that is, if you choose image from your gallery or from the template you already have here, the template will come up with the color. It will come up with the color. So the color will no longer be this. It will redirect the color immediately. Right. Now let's click at this choose image. Click at choose image. Let's wait for it a little bit. All right. As you can see, this click image here is saying themes. That is the already made template or themes. Then this is where you can upload from your gallery, or you can choose photos depending on what you want. Now we have this work school, we have illustration. Forget about all this thing that is happening here. It's just because of network. Said an error occurred, something like that is network. Now your own, it might not be like that. Now this. So it will still come out. All right, we have this. Now I usually make use of this work school. If this is actually working normal, you would have seen some pictures here. So you select the type of picture you want depending on the area you selected, either work school, illustrations, birthday, food. You will see some pictures here. All you have to do is to tap on one picture here and select. I believe you understand me. So that is that for that. Now you click at this upload. You upload from here. Just click at browse. You upload from your gallery. So the same thing goes to this. You can just click here and upload photos. All right. Let's wait for it a little bit to load. All right. Network is still holding it. Now let's go back to Teams. Now if it's still appearing like this, just draw down your phone space, that is your phone gallery, and put it on flight mode. Then remove it from flight mode. Now if it continue like this, all you have to do is to draw down your phone notification bar. Just draw down your phone notification bar and put it on flight mode. Then remove it from flight mode immediately and wait for it to come up. Then we just check if it will appear normal, because I believe this should work normal. Right, I believe this should work normal. Let's refresh it. Right, go back to this color. Choose this image. Using it. So all this that has been occurring since is just network. You can just choose. Remember, we are at work and school. You can choose illustration. You can choose birthday, depending on what I usually choose from work and school. Now you can choose illustration. You can choose birthday, depending on the one. Maybe you are into herbs, something like that. You can choose green flowers or whatever that you want. Now I'll be choosing from school. I choose something like this in my original form. I choose something like this. Let's see, choose it. Understand? So let's see, choose it. You understand? So what you will do here now is to click at this. After you must have clicked there, you click at insert. Click insert. Now the image will be inserted. I told you it will come up with its color. It will come up with its own color. So this is the color now. You have the color changed immediately. All right. So the color is changed immediately. So all you have to do is to click at this apply. So apply the changes immediately. Have you seen it? I have applied it, and the thing is coming up smoothly, very sweet. So I'll be showing you. If you want to undo what you have done, just click here but I will not advise you to undo if your work is good. Now you can copy the link. You can copy the link from here. But if you have not published your work, you will not see any link there. Let's check. You say this form is unpublished. Now you can put your Google Chrome on desktop mode so that you can view everything. This is the desktop mode. This is what I'm doing now. You can as well create it. You can as well create it with your system. This is the desktop mode. You can just put it on check desktop sites. Understand? All right. Now you can put it on desktop site so you can view everything. Are you seeing? You can now view everything. You can view everything. But if you are creating your work, you can just leave it. Don't put it on desktop sites. All right. Now let's remove it from desktop site so we can create. You can create what we want to create. All right. Now remember, we have checked here, and we have checked here, and we have checked here. Now here is where you can add email of those who can edit with you. Those who can edit with you. Maybe you're creating the form for someone else. Understand? You can add the email from here. Then later you can remove your own email. You can remove your own email. Then allow those people to have their own assets. You understand? Access to the platform, and you can sell it. You can create Google Forms and sell it. That's how you do it. Just remove your own email. Add another person's email from here. Now that is it. Now there is what we call editor view. I entered it at restricted mode, so only people that have access to the link can only edit it. Only the people I shared it with can only edit it. I believe you understand what I meant. Now here means responders, the people that will respond to your form. You can either choose whether they can edit your this thing or not. Anyone on the internet with the link can respond, something like that. You can choose from here at this drop down arrow here. This drop down arrow. Anyone with the link, anyone on the internet with the link can respond, something like that. You can click anyone, or you can click restricted. But the reason why I'm creating this is that anyone with the link can enter with it and view the sites and fill in the form. All right, so it's at the right mode. Now for this editor's view is entered restricted. So if you click at it, it say anyone with the link can as well edit, which is not good. I left it at what? Restricted. All right, let's leave it at restricted. Now you can add email of anybody. Like I'll be adding email of my other emails. All right, I have many email here. This is that. All right, let me add this. Now they say responder, something like that. You click at notify the person. So you added the person, maybe the person you're creating this info. You can just click notify the person. Now for here, this is where you can add whether the person will just respond and check the email and tell you it is good, or maybe he will also be an editor. Understand? He will also be an editor. You might just put it at responder, something like that. So he will just view the site and like the site and tell you and give you a feedback, something like that. Or he will also fill the form and give you a feedback, something like that. Believe you're getting me. So you can add the person as an editor, of which I'll be adding the person as an editor here now. Alright, then you click at notify the person. You check the box, click it so that it will mark good like this. Then you can add a description of what you want the person to do for you if you have any description. But if the person already knows about this, you can just leave it like this. And now click at send. Click at what? Click at send. Click at send. Alright. So that is that for this. That is that for this. Now for here now. Let's wait for this. Now remember we shared it with someone else. For here, this is where you publish your work. This is where you do what? You publish your work. Now, before we publish our work, I will first of all show you some certain things at the settings. Alright. Click the settings. Now, you can decide to make this a quiz. So people will answer, we give you only one answer. But this is not actually a quiz. You know what I meant by quiz now? We make it a quiz so that maybe the answer, immediately the answer, I just clicked at the quiz site so that you can add the answers. So that immediately they submit, their answer will just pop out. So this is where you see it immediately after each submission. You can read this, make this a quiz, assign points, values, set answers, and automatically provide feedback. You can say immediately after each submission, the answer will pop out on the person's platform, and the person will see his or her results, something like this. And this one you can say after, later, or after the review. You can send in the answer to the person, depending on what you want. Understand? That is it. Now, this is it. Here, under this, we also have missed questions. Respondents can see which question we are answered incorrectly, something like that. Respondents can see which questions that we are answered incorrectly. Here we have correct answers. Respondents can see correct answers after grades are released. After the grades are released, Now we have point values. Respondent can see total points and points received for each question. Something like that. Right, let's go up. Now we have default questions. Point value. Something you can create yours anyhow you want to create it. I just want to show you if it's actually an exam question that you are setting. Remember where I clicked initially was this, make this a quiz. I selected this, I selected it, then it popped out all this. All right, so here is where it ended. But I'm not making this a quiz. Just click at this. Then we have responses, how the responses will appear. Manage how responses are collected and protected. All you have to do is to click at this drop down arrow here. Now this is where I'm telling you that I will show you how to collect email. I'll show you how to collect emails from your viewers. I will show you how to collect emails from anybody that filled the form. I'll show you how to collect email directly. That is, immediately they open the platform, it will pop out, sign in with your email, something like that, or check your email, verify your email, something like that. Then the main point here is that it's at verified, which is accurate. Which is what? Accurate. You can click at do not collect, verified, according to respondent input, according to the one I set earlier. That one I wrote email. Now that one I wrote email is for this, but I will not put it like this. I will put it on verified, so that immediately you come, your email will be collected immediately. So everything you will do will be submitted directly to my email or to my Google Drive or to this platform. All right, now click at verified. Now we have send responders a copy of their answers, a copy of their response. You can leave it at off if you don't want the copy of their answers to be sent to them, and you can as well keep it on when requested, and you can keep it on always. I will keep mine on always, so that immediately you answer finish, a copy of what you answered or your response will be sent to you on your email address as you provided, the email you provided. So that is it. Like this. Now they say allow response editing. You can allow response editing. That means to say that once the person answers any question, he can go back. Maybe he thought that what he entered or the answer he gave or she gave is not accurate. He can go back to the answer. So this is where this comes up. Now all you have to do, if you want them to edit their answers, maybe to go and recheck their answers, you can just put this on. Understand? But if you want once they answer, they have answered. All right, you can just leave it like this. You can just leave it like this. Not on it. So that is it. I will put it on for me. So for what I'm creating here now, I will put it on so that if you feel like what you answered is not accurate, you can just go directly and change it. So I will leave it on. But if it's an exam question, you can still leave it at on. If you want to leave it that they will not edit their answers, you just unlock it. That is, unlock it. So that is that for this. Now require sign in. You can just immediately they come out, their email will just pop out and they will sign in. You can just click at require sign in. Right, so respondents will be required to sign into Google. That's it. Now we have presentation. Manage how the form and responses are presented. You click at this check box here now. Now we have show progress bar, of which if you see my link, you will see this show progress bar. Maybe you're answering a question and they have the next page. They say show 1 of 2, the first page, second page, something like that. Your progress, whether you're making progress or not, the line will show. All right, so I will enter this show progress bar. Now this one is shuffle questions. Maybe mistakenly you go back to edit your question, or maybe this is an exam question and there are a lot of people that seated on the exam hall to write it on the computer, whatever platform that they want to write the exam on. Maybe they have people seated together and you don't want them to view each other's work. You can shuffle the question, so what comes up on another person question will not be the first question. Maybe the first question for one person will be the last question for other people. All right, so that is that for this shuffle question. I will not put it on this because this is just an ordinary form that I want people to give me feedback on. Now we have confirmation message. Your response has been recorded. Now you edit this. Sorry for the network. All this is network problem. Now you edit this. you add what people will see after their submission. Maybe your response has been recorded, or thank you for your response, or something like that. Say goodies divine digital world cares, something like that. Depending on your own platform, you can just edit it. Understand? Now, how to edit it? You click here to edit. Now your response, you just add maybe goodies divine digital world cares, thank you for your response. Just type in thank you for your response. Say at goodies divine digital world cares, we see forward or look forward to partnering or working with you or assisting you on anything you would want us to do. To partnering with you or something like, depending on what you want, you can just enter it there. So something like this, you can just enter it. Say thank you for your response. Goodies divine digital world cares, and it's our pleasure to partner with you or to partnering with you or assisting you on whatever digital challenges you got. Something like this, and after that you can just save it from here. Click here to save it. Click at the downside to save it. Here now to save. Click there to save. You see it. So after submission, this is what will pop out. Now we have what again? Show link to submit another response. Show link to submit another response. So you remove it from show link to submit another response. Remove it from this. Uncheck it. That is it. Now we view results summary. View results summary. So the respondents can view results summary. Share results summary with respondents. That is results summary. What they answered, how they answered it, and their answer. If you don't want it, you can just leave it like this and allow it to be on the first mode. So that is that for this. Like this. Now show result to submit another link, you just disable it. Right, view results summary, you can keep it on if you wish, so that respondents can see the question he answered correctly or what he has done. Let me just leave it on. Now disable autosave for all respondents. You can leave this on. Disable autosave for all respondents, but it's better you leave it like this. It's better you leave it like this so that once someone answers something or something like that, maybe mistakenly he clicked at the back button and the work disappeared. If you allowed it to be disabled like this, or you click it on, it means that the person cannot view his work again. It means that the person cannot go back to his work. It means that all his effort or whatever will disappear. So it's better you leave it unchecked like this. Understand? So that is that for this. Now we have defaults. Form defaults. Yeah. You see, check your email address, which is accurately set on verified, as I have done before. So which is good, verified. As you can read this, you can see this here. Collect email addresses by default. As I have explained earlier, you collect email addresses by default. So there's nothing you can do about it. They will sign in with their email, and their email will capture their Google email will capture their informations and send it to you directly. You understand? So leave it at verified. Leave it at verified, which is good. Now we have question defaults. Settings apply to all questions. Make questions required by default. Now questions required. If you want it to be by default, you can just keep it on, so that without them answering it, they cannot submit, something like that by default. So I'll be keeping it by default. Let's leave it by default, depending on what you want. So I believe in this is what you should know. In my next video tutorial, I will show you how to copy your link, how to save your work, copy your link. Thank you. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.